Just a quick preface before the video does start, I was actually sitting a tad bit far away from my mic at the time recording this. Didn't realize, unfortunately, so that's why I sound a bit echoey / far away from my mic. I apologize, and it won't happen next video. Alright, Lions, so today we got some pretty cool news regarding the beginner's kickoff selection. This is something that's been in the game for a very long time. I believe it first got introduced around 2 or so years ago, and it hasn't been updated since. Any new player that has started the game in the last 2 or so years has logged in, saw this banner that looks good, but unfortunately wasn't, because the characters that were featured on said summon were severely outdated. Even with a guaranteed 5-star step, almost every time I made the new account, I never summoned on it, and right now it's cool to see it get updated. So as you can see on your screen right now, we have the beginner's kickoff selection only available for 96 hours. Now keep in mind, this is going to be mainly for new players. The most of the people summoning on this banner are going to be new players literally just starting the game. But starting from tomorrow, when this actually does drop, the first time you log into the game ever since this gets added, you will have the banner. So everyone that's been playing the game will see this banner tomorrow morning if you do decide to log in. If you choose to not log in for the next 2 or so weeks, when you log in then, it will then appear and be there for 96 hours. So at the very least, the cool thing I guess is that everyone gets a summon on this if you actually really want to. I wouldn't really recommend it, but it is actually a pretty decent banner. I was actually really surprised by the selection. Now for the looks of it, this banner is actually a lot different compared to the last one. The last one was only one multi and it was a guaranteed 5-star. In this case, it appears to be just a normal banner, no discounts, no guarantees, but you can summon it more than once, which I think is... I don't know if that's better or worse, but at the very least, because the banner, again, does have some good fillers, because as you can see here, lads, we have some of the best characters in the game. Now, of course, the main reason why you would be summoning on this banner is to try and get your hands on Arpic Ichigo and 6th Anniversary Aizen. And the really cool thing I like about this is that, again, this is aimed at new players, literally for accounts that are just under 96 hours of playtime. And I really like this for many reasons, mainly due to the fact that any new player that starts the game or wants to start the game, with this banner, you can start whenever you want to, because there's always going to be a banner to summon 6th Anniversary Aizen, Arpic Ichigo, and some other good and solid characters. You have the Luna, Rangaku, and Rukia, the Droplet characters with Ruroka and Ginjo, the White Day characters, which are all, again, very solid in their own right, good at guild quests, good in their own initial content. You have a Linkster character here, 2 solid characters with Spirit Society, and you also have Yoruichi and Soifon. So, a lot of value to be had here, especially for a new player. There's actually some really good characters you can get here, especially if you do decide to summon on this banner. For me, though, I would only recommend any new player watching this potential video in the future to maybe only just summon on this as a reroll. I wouldn't really recommend going down to 0 on a banner like this, mainly because there's no guarantees or discounts, but you have 6th Anniversary Aizen and Arpic Ichigo. That's the main reason why you would be summoning. I would also go for Adi Aizen over Arpic Ichigo, but again, as the new player potentially rerolling on this banner, you can really pick and choose. Any character you want from this banner, you can definitely get them. It just might take a couple extra rerolls. And the reroll has been fixed. We did make a guide on it. I recommend you guys check that out. Reroll is actually really easy in this game now, and you can easily get your hands on 6th Anniversary Aizen whenever you want to start. And I think that's a great thing, because hypothetically, if you wanted to start now, there isn't that many great banners to summon on, and you know, a lot of people want to get their hands on the best character in the game. So being able to just start the game and then get the best character in the game on a reroll, I think is actually really cool, and I'm surprised it took them 2 years to actually update this. Now I do want to clarify one thing, because it does say here, there's no indication of a guaranteed 5-star, because that's obviously the big difference between the first and second part. However, there is actually a typo. From my opinion, I do believe it's a typo. It does say doing a 10-time summon guarantees at least 1 5-star character. I don't think that's the case. It might just be a typo. It could end up being a guaranteed 5-star banner, but with the way they've set it up compared to the last banner, again, the last beginner's kickoff selection was 1 multi and it's a guaranteed 5-star. In this case, because there's no mention here and the fact that you can do potentially multiple multis, it just looked like a standard banner. No guarantee, no discount, you summon until you're done. And again, that unfortunately does suck. I'd love to get guaranteed 5-star. It would make rerolling even easier. But at the very least, again, for those new players that want to summon on this a lot, at the very least, if you get lucky, you're going to get really good pulls there, because again, there's some good solid collection of characters. And we're going to talk about the main 2, more so just the Annie characters, because that's mainly the reason why you would be summoning on this banner. So Anniversary Aizen, in case you are really new to the game, is literally the best character, right? Massive damage output thanks to his Frenzy +2 and also 20% full stamina damage. He has a very, very easy time staying at full stamina, thanks to the fact that he does have Weakening and Drain at all of his attacks. Weakening allows him to do more damage, and Drain allows him to heal back up to full HP. It's a very powerful character, and then you also have really good, just strong attacks, right? SA1 is a Beam Forward. SA2 is a distant AoE into a Tracking Vortex, very good for inflicting status movements and also doing insane damage, and then SA3 is a Full Screen. This character is literally the best character in the game. He's used in basically anywhere you want to put him again. Do you want to use him in guild quests, you can use him in every guild quest, literally, even when he doesn't have killer. You can use this character in any single guild quest you want to put him against, because he's providing great crowd control and some really good damage if he does have killer. You want to bring him to auto, he can do that. You want to auto hard content like IT, for example, he can do that. Want to bring him into brave battles, he can do that. You want to bring him into arena, he can do that. He literally can be used everywhere. He's the ultimate all-arounder. Bankai Ichigo's punching air right now. And then you also have Alpha Ichigo, who is also just, again, a very solid character. I would say second best character in the game right now, or debatable third if you want to really push it. But again, very solid character. Technique, 2 killers, that being Soripa and no affiliation. Very powerful soul bomb, really good mobility since he does have 2 flash steps. Since he does have 2 extra flash steps and long stride, he's immune to everything, and he also has a really good damage output. So 60% Berserker is nothing to scoff at even nowadays. And he is also really good in arena. So you just have some really good characters in here. I don't want to talk about everyone because we've talked about them in the past, but you know, you have the main best characters in the game. 6th anniversary Aizen and Alpha Ichigo. That alone is a reason to summon on, especially if you are a new player. Again, as I already mentioned at the start of the video, if you are someone that has pretty much been playing this game longer than 96 hours, I would only really recommend doing one step to test your luck, but this is a full price multi. I wouldn't really summon on a banner like this, especially because there is a small possibility that 6th anniversary Aizen and Alpha Ichigo do appear on the 7th anniversary banner. That's not guaranteed, but the possibility is there. So I wouldn't really summon for these characters right now, especially because if you have been playing the game for at least a month, they already had their guaranteed banners where you get a better chance to summon them there. So you should have summoned on that banner if you really did want these characters. This is not the banner to go for them. Only new players that should be summoning on it, because again, it was designed for new players that have only been playing this game for 96 hours. But with that said, I'm still very excited for this banner regardless. It's a really cool addition to the game for any new player that wants to start the game. Again, the quality of life for new players has been getting better, and I think it's actually a good thing because new players are starting this game every single day, and it's always nice to see K-Lab, you know, focus on those players, making their game, making their experience better than when we had it, when we started potentially all those years ago. With that said though, lads, let me know your opinion on this banner in the comments below, and I'll see you lads next time. Peace.